Authenticity is one of the most powerful forces in human connection. It's the cornerstone of trust and the foundation of meaningful relationships, especially in romantic love. While many people think that love is about grand gestures or perfect compatibility, the truth is far simpler and far more biologically grounded. Love, at its core, is a function of feeling truly seen, heard, and understood. And the way that people experience that feeling is through authenticity. From a biological standpoint, authenticity signals safety. Our brains are constantly scanning our environments for threats and opportunities. The limbic system, which is responsible for emotional processing, plays a key role in how we perceive others and interact with them. When we encounter someone who is authentic, genuine, honest, and not hiding their true self, our brain reads that as a sign of trustworthiness. Authenticity allows us to let our guard down because it feels safe. We aren't being manipulated or tricked into someone's version of themselves. We are engaging with the real person. On a chemical level, authenticity triggers the release of oxytocin, a hormone often referred to as the bonding hormone. Oxytocin is produced in the hypothalamus and released during moments of connection, trust, and intimacy. It's the same hormone that helps mothers bond with their children after birth and is present in moments of deep emotional connection between partners. When someone is authentic, we feel that emotional connection more deeply, and oxytocin helps solidify that bond. This is why authentic people tend to form more lasting relationships, because their honesty activates the very chemistry that makes emotional attachment stronger. Moreover, authenticity fosters vulnerability, and vulnerability is key in forming genuine emotional connections. When someone is authentic, they are willing to show their true self, including their flaws, insecurities, and past experiences. This is often a signal to the other person that they, too, can be vulnerable. Vulnerability isn't about weakness, it's about honesty. It's a willingness to expose the parts of us that are most sensitive, to let others in without the fear of judgment or rejection. In an authentic relationship, both parties can drop the act and simply be themselves. This allows for a deeper level of intimacy that can't be achieved through pretense. When people are authentic, they also become more predictable, and predictability plays a significant role in emotional attachment. Humans are wired to seek stability and reliability in their relationships, especially in the context of romantic love. When someone is consistently authentic, there's a sense of predictability about them. They say what they mean, and they mean what they say. This creates a psychological environment where trust can flourish. When we know that someone is always going to be themselves, we can relax and feel secure in the relationship. The brain, in turn, rewards this predictability with positive emotions and greater attachment. But being authentic isn't always easy. In a world that often prioritizes perfection, image, and social approval, it can feel risky to show up as your true self. Social media, advertising, and popular culture all portray idealized versions of life and love, creating pressure to present a version of ourselves that aligns with these standards. However, the more we align ourselves with these external ideals, the more we lose touch with our true nature, and the harder it becomes to form real, meaningful connections. The pursuit of perfection can actually work against us when it comes to forming genuine love. The irony is that people often fall in love with those who are not perfect, but are, instead, real. They fall in love with those who show their scars, their quirks, and their humanity. Furthermore, authenticity also signals to others that we respect ourselves enough to not pretend to be something we're not. When we are authentic, we communicate to the world that we are comfortable in our own skin, even if we're still a work in progress. This level of self-respect and self-acceptance is deeply attractive because it shows strength, self-awareness, and emotional maturity. People are drawn to others who are not afraid to be themselves because it signals confidence and a sense of inner peace. In romantic relationships, this is especially important. Love thrives when both people feel secure in themselves and in their ability to express their true selves without fear of rejection. Authenticity also paves the way for deeper emotional resonance in relationships. When someone is authentic, they make it easier for others to connect with them on a deeper emotional level. The emotional resonance between two people increases when there's no pretense to work around. Both individuals feel that they can engage with each other's true selves, creating a powerful bond that goes beyond surface-level attraction. This emotional connection is what turns a simple connection into something that can develop into lasting love. In the end, the act of being authentic is one of the most important things you can do, not just to attract love, but to maintain it. Authenticity builds trust, fosters emotional connection, and lays the groundwork for lasting, meaningful relationships. It's a quality that people subconsciously crave because at a deep neurological level, we are wired to connect with those who are real, who are consistent, and who make us feel truly seen. When you embrace authenticity, you're not just putting your best self forward, you're allowing others to love the real you, and that is what leads to the kind of love that lasts. Emotional resonance is a term that describes the deep, almost indescribable connection that occurs when two people's emotions, thoughts, and experiences align. It's the unspoken bond that makes one feel truly seen and understood, not just on a superficial level, but at a core emotional level. This resonance is what separates fleeting infatuation from lasting love, and it's often the hidden force that creates the foundation for meaningful relationships. While physical attraction can spark interest and common interests can foster connection, it is emotional resonance that truly binds people together. At the heart of emotional resonance is empathy. Empathy allows us to understand another person's feelings, to experience their emotions as if they were our own. It's the capacity to listen deeply and attune ourselves to the emotional states of those around us. When someone resonates emotionally with another, it means they can pick up on subtle cues, both verbal and non-verbal, that reveal what the other person is feeling. This level of understanding fosters an environment of deep connection. When people feel understood, they feel validated and cared for, which creates a sense of emotional safety. Emotional resonance is not simply about identifying with another person's emotions. It's about matching the intensity of their emotional state and responding in a way that supports them. This kind of deep emotional connection triggers a cascade of neurochemical responses in the brain. When we experience emotional resonance with someone, the brain releases dopamine, a neurotransmitter associated with pleasure and reward. Dopamine reinforces the emotional connection, making us feel good and encouraging us to seek more of that connection. This is why when we connect emotionally with someone, we feel a natural desire to spend more time with them, to deepen the relationship, and to keep the emotional resonance alive. The stronger the emotional resonance, the more intense the feelings of attachment and connection become. Over time, this creates a feedback loop where both individuals are continuously reinforcing the emotional bond. But emotional resonance is not just a product of positive emotions. It also thrives in times of vulnerability and shared struggle. When two people face challenges together, when they share moments of sadness, frustration, or loss, the depth of their emotional resonance can deepen. Shared adversity builds trust, as it reveals how individuals respond to difficult emotions and how they support each other in times of need. This creates a sense of emotional cohesion between the two people, reinforcing the bond even further. Vulnerability, then, is not something to be feared or avoided. It is the pathway to stronger emotional resonance. It allows both people to see one another not just in moments of happiness and success, but in moments of weakness and uncertainty as well. It is in these moments that love can become most profound. The ability to resonate emotionally with others is also closely tied to the concept of emotional intelligence, which is the capacity to recognize, understand, and manage our own emotions while also understanding and influencing the emotions of others. People with high emotional intelligence are able to intuitively tune into others' emotional states and respond in ways that foster connection. They can recognize when someone needs emotional support or when they simply need to be heard. This skill makes them especially adept at forming lasting relationships because they are able to meet the emotional needs of others in a way that creates mutual respect, trust, and affection. People who are emotionally resonant are not only good listeners, but they are also emotionally available, meaning they are willing to share their own feelings and vulnerabilities in a way that invites others to do the same. Another crucial element of emotional resonance is authenticity. When both people in a relationship are authentic and emotionally open, it creates an environment where both can feel free to express their true selves without fear of judgment or rejection. This authenticity deepens emotional resonance because it allows both individuals to experience each other fully, without the barriers of pretense or defensiveness. Authenticity and emotional resonance are intertwined. Without authenticity, emotional resonance cannot thrive, and without emotional resonance, authenticity feels shallow and unsupported. In relationships, emotional resonance is often what creates the lasting bond between two people, even when the initial spark of attraction may have faded. This is why relationships based on deep emotional connection tend to be the most enduring. The emotional resonance between two people creates a sense of interdependence, where both individuals rely on each other not just for physical companionship, but for emotional support and fulfillment. This emotional bond becomes a central pillar of the relationship, giving both people a sense of meaning and purpose. It is through this resonance that love transforms from a fleeting feeling into something much deeper and more lasting. Finally, emotional resonance is a powerful mechanism for attraction. People are naturally drawn to others who resonate emotionally with them because it creates a sense of familiarity and belonging. We are wired to seek out connections that make us feel understood and validated. When someone can connect with us on such an intimate level, it creates a feeling of being seen, not just for what we present to the world, but for who we truly are. This creates a powerful sense of attachment, as the bond formed through emotional resonance is often irreplaceable. When we are emotionally resonant with someone, we don't just fall in love with them. We fall in love with the way they make us feel about ourselves, and this creates a lasting, unshakable connection. Vulnerability is one of the most misunderstood and yet most powerful aspects of building genuine emotional connections, especially in romantic relationships. It's often viewed as a weakness or something to be avoided for fear of rejection or judgment. However, vulnerability is precisely what allows people to form deep and lasting bonds. When we allow ourselves to be vulnerable, we give others the opportunity to see us for who we truly are, not the polished, filtered version we sometimes present to the world. This act of revealing our true selves, our fears, insecurities, and hopes, can create a profound emotional connection that is essential for love to flourish. At its core, vulnerability is about being honest and open about our emotions and experiences. It means showing the parts of ourselves that are raw and imperfect. These parts are often hidden because we fear that exposing them will lead to rejection or emotional harm. Yet, when we embrace vulnerability, we are offering the most authentic part of ourselves, and this authenticity is what allows others to truly connect with us on a deep emotional level. It is through vulnerability that we reveal our humanity, the things that make us who we are, including our flaws, our past, and the wounds we've carried. These are the things that others can relate to, and it's through these shared experiences of vulnerability that love and trust are often built. In romantic relationships, vulnerability is a key factor in fostering emotional intimacy. When one person opens up and shares something deeply personal, whether it's a childhood memory, a fear of failure, or a secret regret, it invites the other person to do the same. This mutual sharing allows both individuals to see each other in a way that goes beyond surface-level attraction. They begin to understand each other not just through words, but through the emotions that are revealed during those moments of vulnerability. These emotional exchanges become the foundation of trust. Trust is not built on perfection. It is built on honesty. When we are vulnerable with someone, we are essentially saying, "I trust you enough to show you my true self, with all its imperfections." The process of being vulnerable is also inherently reciprocal. When one person shows vulnerability, it often encourages the other person to do the same. This exchange creates a dynamic of mutual understanding and respect. Vulnerability becomes a shared experience, allowing both individuals to feel seen and heard in a way that fosters closeness. The brain, when witnessing or participating in these vulnerable exchanges, releases oxytocin, the hormone associated with bonding and attachment. This creates a neurological response that deepens the emotional connection between two people. The more they share and the more vulnerable they become with each other, the stronger the bond. Over time, this bond becomes a protective force, making it easier for both individuals to weather challenges and conflicts together, because they know they can rely on each other's emotional presence. There is also a certain courage in vulnerability that adds to its appeal. When someone allows themselves to be vulnerable, it's a sign of emotional strength, not weakness. Vulnerability requires the courage to face potential rejection and to risk emotional pain for the chance of deeper connection. It's a leap of faith, and when someone takes that leap, it signals to the other person that they are valued and trusted. It's an invitation for the other person to also engage in the act of vulnerability, which in turn deepens the relationship. Relationships built on mutual vulnerability tend to have greater resilience because they are not based on surface-level attractions or temporary infatuations. Instead, they are grounded in the reality of who each person truly is, their strengths, weaknesses, desires, and fears. However, vulnerability is not just about sharing emotional truths. It also involves expressing our needs and desires openly. Many people fear being vulnerable because they worry that expressing their needs will make them seem weak or dependent. But in reality, expressing your needs is a form of self-respect. It's about acknowledging what you require to feel emotionally supported, loved, and fulfilled. When we deny our own needs in a relationship, we often become resentful or disconnected. By being vulnerable enough to express our desires, we open the door to greater intimacy and understanding. It allows our partner to understand us better and to meet those needs in a way that strengthens the relationship. Despite its power, vulnerability is often met with resistance. People sometimes avoid being vulnerable because they fear being judged or rejected. There's a misconception that vulnerability makes us less attractive or less strong. In reality, the opposite is true. People are drawn to others who are emotionally available and willing to share their authentic selves. When we let go of the armor we've built around ourselves, we create space for genuine connection. The more open and vulnerable we are, the more we invite others to do the same, and that shared experience can be the basis for deep emotional bonds that evolve into lasting love. Ultimately, vulnerability is what allows love to move beyond surface attraction and into a more profound, lasting connection. It's the act of letting someone in, of allowing them to see our true selves, flaws and all. In doing so, we give them the opportunity to love us for who we truly are. not who we pretend to be. This kind of love is deep, resilient, and unwavering because it is built on the foundation of authenticity and emotional openness. It's not just about being seen in our best light. It's about being loved in our most vulnerable moments. And it is in these moments that the deepest and most meaningful love can truly blossom. Consistency is one of the most important yet often overlooked aspects of building and maintaining a strong relationship. In the context of love, consistency provides the foundation of trust and security that people deeply crave. It is not the grand gestures or fleeting moments of passion that sustain relationships in the long term. Rather, it is the quiet, everyday acts of consistency that build the emotional resilience needed to weather the ups and downs of life. When a person's behavior is consistent, they send a powerful message to their partner: "I can be relied upon." This reliability is what creates a sense of emotional safety, a necessary condition for love to flourish. Consistency in a relationship goes far beyond simply being predictable in actions. It is about emotional consistency. When someone is emotionally consistent, they are steady in their support, their affection, and their commitment. This means that no matter what life throws their way, they are emotionally available and stable. This type of consistency breeds trust because it signals that, regardless of external circumstances, the person will remain a solid presence in their partner's life. Emotional inconsistency, on the other hand, can create feelings of uncertainty and insecurity. If one partner is hot and cold, it becomes difficult to feel safe or secure in the relationship. Trust is built on knowing that the other person will show up emotionally and will be there when needed. This emotional consistency is deeply tied to a person's reliability in other areas of life as well. When someone consistently follows through on their promises, whether it's something as small as taking out the trash or as significant as being present during times of hardship, they demonstrate dependability. This dependability is essential in fostering emotional connection because it tells the other person, "I can count on you no matter what." People often take for granted how important these small, everyday actions are in creating a strong relationship. It's easy to be swept up in moments of excitement or passion, but it's the consistent actions over time that solidify the bond. In romantic relationships, consistency also plays a key role in maintaining attraction. While initial attraction may be based on novelty or chemistry, long-term attraction is nurtured through consistent behavior. People are attracted to those who make them feel secure, valued, and cared for. If a partner is consistently kind, attentive, and respectful, these behaviors build positive associations that contribute to deeper affection. In contrast, inconsistency can lead to confusion and doubt. When someone's behavior fluctuates between warm and distant, affectionate and cold, it creates a sense of emotional whiplash that can erode attraction and trust. Consistency also extends to the ways in which people communicate in relationships. Effective communication is not just about talking things through when issues arise. It's about maintaining open, honest communication over time. Partners who consistently communicate their thoughts, feelings, and needs create a relationship dynamic where both people feel heard and understood. This ongoing exchange of information helps build a stronger emotional bond. Consistency in communication is also essential when it comes to resolving conflicts. A partner who is consistently calm, rational, and respectful during disagreements provides an example of emotional maturity that fosters resolution rather than escalation. Without consistency in communication, misunderstandings can fester and resentment can build, ultimately undermining the relationship. In addition to emotional consistency, physical consistency also plays a significant role in creating lasting bonds. Small, consistent acts of affection, like holding hands, giving a hug, or simply being present, force the emotional connection. These gestures may seem small, but over time they contribute to a deep sense of intimacy. When physical affection is sporadic or absent, it can create emotional distance and make one or both partners feel neglected or unimportant. Consistency in physical affection is an affirmation of love that helps maintain closeness and connection, particularly during challenging times. The power of consistency also lies in its ability to create a sense of stability and predictability in a relationship. Life is filled with uncertainties, and during times of stress, grief, or external challenges, consistency in behavior can serve as an anchor. When everything else feels chaotic or unpredictable, knowing that your partner will consistently show up, support you, and offer love provides comfort and reassurance. This stability is essential for building a lasting emotional bond, as it reinforces the feeling that the relationship is a safe and reliable source of support. Another crucial aspect of consistency is that it allows both individuals to grow and evolve while maintaining a sense of security in the relationship. In a consistent relationship, both partners feel confident in their ability to express their evolving needs and desires because they know that their partner will respond with understanding and support. Inconsistent behavior often creates barriers to growth because it makes one or both partners fearful of rejection or change. When partners know they can rely on each other to maintain a steady emotional presence, they are more likely to embrace growth and change together. Over time, consistency builds a shared history that becomes the foundation of the relationship. These shared moments of emotional support, physical affection, and consistent actions create a deep sense of connection that goes beyond individual experiences. A couple's history together becomes a testament to the strength of their bond and a reminder of the ways in which they have supported and loved each other. This shared history creates a sense of unity that is difficult to replicate through fleeting moments or superficial interactions. The consistency that fosters love is not about perfection. It's about showing up day in and day out and being present for your partner. It's about demonstrating through small actions and steady commitment that you are there for them no matter what. While passion and excitement are important, they are not enough to sustain a relationship in the long term. It is the quiet, consistent presence of love, support, and dependability that allows a relationship to thrive and evolve over time. Shared experiences are a cornerstone of meaningful relationships, particularly when it comes to fostering deeper emotional connections. People often think that love is built on individual traits, such as physical attraction or personal achievements. While these factors may play a role in initial attraction, it's the shared experiences that create lasting bonds. These experiences form the narrative of a relationship and shape the emotional landscape that connects two individuals. They provide a context in which partners can explore each other's values, aspirations, and vulnerabilities. Through shared experiences, love evolves from something superficial into something profound and lasting. One of the most powerful ways shared experiences deepen a connection is by creating a sense of mutual history. When two people go through experiences together, whether they are joyful or challenging, they create a shared narrative that is unique to their relationship. This narrative becomes a bond that unites them, providing a sense of belonging and intimacy. The memories created during these shared experiences become a common language that both partners can reference, whether to reminisce or to strengthen their connection during difficult times. These experiences, whether they are as simple as cooking dinner together or as complex as navigating a personal crisis, form the basis for the story of who they are as a couple. Moreover, shared experiences build trust in ways that words alone cannot. Trust is not just built through promises or assurances. It's forged through actions and experiences that demonstrate reliability, support, and mutual care. When two people face challenges together, be it a personal struggle, an external setback, or an emotional hurdle, they not only get the chance to witness each other's strength, but also to offer support. This cooperation in difficult times strengthens the emotional foundation of the relationship. Facing obstacles together brings out the best in both partners as they learn to rely on one another, to offer empathy, and to solve together. The trust that forms during these moments of shared adversity often outlasts other forms of connection because it is grounded in mutual support and understanding. The experiences partners share don't have to be monumental to have a lasting impact. Small, everyday moments often carry just as much weight as grand gestures. Simple acts like sharing a laugh over a private joke, going for a walk in the park, or even running errands together can contribute to a sense of togetherness and closeness. These seemingly insignificant moments become significant because they are shared. They become part of the relationship's foundation, strengthening the emotional bond. Over time, these small shared moments accumulate, creating a deep sense of connection that is built on the consistency of companionship. Additionally, shared experiences allow partners to learn more about each other's values, priorities, and desires. As people navigate life together, they face decisions that reveal their individual beliefs and goals. Through these shared moments, partners can align their values and aspirations, building a sense of unity. Whether it's making decisions about finances, where to live, or how to raise children, these shared experiences give couples an opportunity to better understand one another's perspectives and to find common ground. This shared understanding nurtures love because it allows both individuals to feel that they are on the same team, working toward common goals. In romantic relationships, shared experiences also promote emotional vulnerability, which is critical for creating intimacy. When two people share experiences that evoke strong emotions, they open up to each other in ways that deepen their connection. Emotional vulnerability fosters intimacy by allowing individuals to share their fears, hopes, and dreams in a safe space. Whether it's supporting each other through grief, celebrating a significant achievement, or navigating the highs and lows of daily life, these moments of emotional sharing bring partners closer. They create a safe emotional environment where both individuals feel free to express themselves authentically, which is vital for love to grow. The act of sharing experiences also strengthens the bond by creating a sense of interdependence. When partners share their lives, both the ups and the downs, they become increasingly intertwined. Their emotional worlds are no longer separate, but are shared in a way that makes each individual feel valued and essential. This interdependence doesn't diminish individuality, but rather creates a sense of mutual reliance that strengthens the connection. It is through these shared moments of mutual support and understanding that love deepens and becomes more resilient. Moreover, shared experiences offer opportunities for growth both individually and as a couple. As people experience life together, they change and evolve. Relationships based on shared experiences are dynamic, and they can adapt and grow as both individuals mature. The challenges and successes that partners experience together shape their relationship in ways that are unique to their journey. These experiences provide the foundation for future growth because they offer lessons about patience, compromise, empathy, and resilience. Couples who share experiences learn how to navigate life's complexities together, and this shared growth fosters a sense of unity that transcends individual differences. While shared experiences strengthen the emotional connection between two people, they also deepen their attraction to one another. Experiencing life together creates a deeper understanding of each person's inner world, which can be incredibly attractive. When we see someone in the context of shared experiences, we gain insight into their character, values, and integrity. These qualities become the source of deeper attraction, as love is often more about who the person is rather than how they look or what they do. The more shared experiences a couple accumulates, the more deeply they become attuned to each other, fostering a love that transcends physical attraction and evolves into something more enduring. In addition to deepening the emotional connection, shared experiences are also fun. They add excitement and joy to a relationship. The memories of trips, adventures, or simply spending time together create a sense of fun and lightness that balances the seriousness of life. These joyful moments create positive associations that bind people together, reinforcing the emotional bond that love thrives on. The more fun and meaningful experiences a couple shares, the more likely they are to feel a sense of joy and fulfillment in their relationship. Ultimately, shared experiences are essential for creating and sustaining love. They weave the fabric of the relationship, creating a tapestry of memories, trust, and emotional intimacy that is difficult to replicate. Through shared experiences, couples become more than just two individuals. They become partners who navigate life together, learning, growing, and evolving as they go. These shared moments are the foundation upon which lasting love is built, and they are what make love truly transformative and meaningful. Authenticity is a crucial element in the foundation of any lasting relationship, particularly when it comes to romantic love. While attraction and chemistry can spark a relationship, it is authenticity that fuels its longevity and depth. People are often afraid to be their true selves, fearing judgment or rejection, but the act of being real with someone is a gift that can profoundly transform a relationship. When you allow yourself to be authentic, you provide the space for a connection that is genuine, honest, and real. This vulnerability of showing who you truly are encourages the other person to do the same, creating an emotional intimacy that goes beyond superficial interactions. Authenticity allows individuals to embrace their flaws and imperfections. In a world that often values perfection, showing up as your true self is not only courageous but also deeply attractive. When a person is authentic, they do not feel the need to wear a mask or pretend to be someone they are not. They offer their real emotions, thoughts, and experiences, allowing their partner to see them fully. This transparency creates a sense of comfort and trust because both individuals understand that they are loved for who they truly are, not for a facade they are forced to maintain. This act of honesty builds a solid foundation upon which love can grow. In a romantic relationship, authenticity is essential for emotional intimacy. When both partners are able to show their true selves, they can connect on a much deeper level. Authenticity means revealing not only the best parts of yourself, but also the struggles, fears, and insecurities that are often hidden. This type of openness invites vulnerability, and it is in these moments of vulnerability that the deepest bonds are formed. When you are authentic with your partner, you give them the opportunity to love you in your entirety, flaws and all, without any judgment. This deep sense of being accepted for who you are fosters a sense of belonging and security within the relationship. Moreover, authenticity is linked to emotional health. When people hide who they really are or suppress their true emotions, it can lead to feelings of isolation, resentment, and frustration. These negative emotions can build over time and erode a relationship. When you are authentic, you do not have to pretend or suppress your feelings, and you create an environment where both individuals can feel free to express their emotions. This openness leads to healthier communication, where both partners feel heard and understood. Authentic communication allows couples to resolve conflicts more effectively, as both individuals are able to speak their truth without fear of being misunderstood or dismissed. Another key aspect of authenticity in relationships is that it allows for a deeper sense of respect. When someone shows up authentically, It demonstrates that they have enough self-respect to honor who they are and enough trust in their partner to share it. This respect is reciprocal, and over time, it builds a strong sense of admiration and affection. When a person is authentic, they are not trying to manipulate or control the relationship. Instead, they are offering themselves honestly and openly. This transparency fosters a dynamic of mutual respect, where both individuals can be their true selves without fear of judgment or criticism. Authenticity also encourages growth within the relationship. In order to be truly authentic, a person must have a strong sense of self-awareness. This self-awareness allows individuals to understand their own needs, boundaries, and desires. When partners are authentic, they can communicate their needs and boundaries clearly, which creates an environment where both people's needs are met. This mutual understanding allows the relationship to evolve and grow in a healthy direction, with both individuals feeling valued and understood. Authenticity encourages partners to support each other's personal growth and to build a life together that aligns with both of their aspirations. Another important element of authenticity is that it fosters a sense of freedom. When you are authentic with your partner, you create a space where they can also be themselves without fear of judgment. This freedom to be who you truly are allows for a relationship to thrive because it removes the pressure to conform to expectations or to hide behind a mask. Partners are free to express their true feelings, desires, and thoughts, knowing that they will be accepted. This freedom creates an environment of trust and safety, where both people feel comfortable and secure enough to grow individually and as a couple. Authenticity also makes relationships more resilient. Life inevitably brings challenges, and when couples face difficult situations, it is their authenticity that will help them navigate these times together. When both individuals are authentic, they can be honest about their fears, frustrations, and challenges. This honesty allows the couple to support each other in meaningful ways, without the added burden of pretense or misunderstandings. When a relationship is built on authenticity, it has a stronger foundation that can withstand external pressures and challenges. This ability to face difficulties together while remaining true to oneself strengthens the emotional bond and creates a partnership that is capable of weathering storms. The impact of authenticity extends beyond the individual couple as well. Couples who are authentic with each other tend to model healthy, open relationships for others. Their example of vulnerability, honesty, and emotional transparency becomes a beacon for those around them. When a couple is true to each other and themselves, it sends a message to others about the importance of authenticity in relationships. This can inspire others to embrace their own authenticity and to cultivate more honest, genuine connections in their own lives. In romantic relationships, authenticity is not just about being honest about emotions or thoughts. It also extends to actions. Authenticity in actions means showing up for your partner in ways that are true to who you are. This could mean keeping promises, being dependable, or demonstrating love in ways that feel natural and true to your personality. Authentic actions align with the words spoken in the relationship, creating congruence between what is said and what is done. This alignment deepens trust and reinforces the emotional connection. Ultimately, authenticity is the glue that holds a relationship together. It is what allows two people to connect on a level that goes beyond superficial attraction or temporary infatuation. When both partners are authentic, the relationship becomes a safe space where each individual can be themselves, feel valued, and grow together. The deeper the authenticity, the stronger the bond of love becomes. In a world where it can often feel easier to hide behind masks or pretenses, authenticity allows love to be real, raw, and lasting.